Hi everyone, today you're looking at a box full of confetti, but within that confetti lies something quite special. And no, it's not a lamp. In fact, it is the GoPro Max 2. And this is GoPro's long-awaited update to their line of 360 cameras. And it's quite a tank. It feels like, immediately, my first impression is that this feels very robust. It's rubberized. It's got this big heat spreader on the front here, at least that's what it looks like. Got the screen back here. Got two lens caps. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It feels like these will get lost fairly easily. Insta360s and DJI's 360 cameras both have a single, like, big rubberized clamp that just goes over both of them simultaneously. It's really easy to remove and put on and take off. But anyway, you've got two lens caps here, which I worry is going to get lost. But they do protect the lenses, and there are the lenses. Now, one thing to note with these lenses is that they are user removable. Just do that, and they pop off like that. And so if you break a lens, it's really easy just to swap in replacement very quickly. So that's really cool. That's definitely the easiest lens replacement system I've seen in any 360 camera. So that's great to see. I am interested to see how this heat spreader actually performs, because overheating is an issue which I have observed with 360 cameras, specifically the DJI Osmo 360 had a tendency to overheat when in really long filming sessions in at least one of my tests. So I will be interested to see how this performs overheating. One thing I love about this, though, is that you have these two prongs here for any which are compatible with any standard action camera mounting system. I mean, these are great. My preferred mounting system, because they're so rugged and dependable. Of course, you've got a quarter screw mount, which is great. It's very universal. But those can come unscrewed, and also you can run into a situation where if you accidentally put too much force onto the joint, a quarter 20 screw can actually break off of there. So that is a concern, or it can come unscrewed. But you also got a magnetic system, which are very convenient. But I have a hard time trusting magnetic systems. I know I've never had a problem with them before, but what has always been very reliable to me has been these prongs. Never ever had them come off accidentally. I've used GoPros with prongs like this on the underside of airplane wings, traveling hundreds of miles per hour, and no issue. So that's definitely the most secure option, and having it built, you can't beat having it built into the camera. So that's awesome to see. The power button there, speaker there. This is supposed to have more microphones than any other 360 camera, so I'm really interested to see how it performs in terms of audio quality. We've got this grill here. I'm not exactly sure what that is for. Yeah. That's it for the camera. Looks like there's something else in this box, and it is a selfie stick, because what 360 camera would be complete without a selfie stick? It's quite firm. So there you have your selfie stick. Now, I will say with this, very high quality selfie stick. No complaints there, but it does use a quarter 20 mount up here, which I find a bit strange, because, like I went on at length about, I would far rather have a selfie stick that uses these prongs. In fact, I do have a selfie stick that uses prongs instead of a quarter 20 mount. So, in fact, it's a GoPro one. So that's probably what I'll be using more often with the GoPro. But anyway, it's a good selfie stick. Probably I almost wonder if this was designed this way specifically so that it will be invisible to the camera. Yeah, in fact, I'm sure that's what that is. I'm sure this is designed to be quote unquote invisible, since the camera masks it out. So that's that. So let's power it on and get it set up. And then you're supposed to finish setting up your GoPro using the Quick app. I don't have that installed. I do want to see what happens when I don't do that. Yep, skip setup. Choose a time zone. Daylight savings. Your camera is set to 360 spherical capture. For single uncapture, swipe down and select camera mode. And there. It's all turned on. This does require an SD card. I will say that the DJI's new 360 camera has built-in storage. I would have liked to see built-in storage on the GoPro. That's all right. I'll just throw an SD card in later. So to change modes, just go in here and then click single lens, 360. Yeah, so it's just as simple as that. Single lens is enabled. 360. Yep. And so there it is. Now, I think this is what is really important is that it doesn't require you to connect it to the Quick app. It doesn't require you to register the camera. And that's really important because both DJI and Insta360 require you to register their cameras through an app. Yeah, it's really annoying. I don't think any camera should need to be activated or registered. I think you should just be able to buy any camera, turn it on, and be able to use it without any muss or fuss. So this is something I have to give major credit to GoPro for, to keeping their cameras user-friendly and not locking everything behind a registration or an activation. Very, very cool. Thank you very much for that, GoPro. But, so anyway, there it is. The GoPro Max 2. And so now we're going to close out this video with some sample footage. I'm just going to capture right out here around the farm very quickly for this first impressions video. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!